Hi, this Excel VBA tutorial of Resistor color code calculator. So let me show you guys how this works. We can reset. If you want, you say no, or you can admit. You can exit. I'm not going to exit yet. And let's check out the following band. Band 1, band 4, multiplier, and our tolerance. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Excel development environment, and we use VBA programming language to put this together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Excel tutorial of Resistor color code calculator. I'm going to start by going to File. Just want to show you guys how to get to the developer tab, and right in there make sure you select options. If you don't have this developer tab, and use this very menu on there to go to customize ribbon. Once the customize ribbon is selected, this option box pops up. What we want is we want the developer menu here, we want it checked. Okay, if you don't have it here, then you're going to have to add it onto this portion. Once it's there, all you need to then do is make sure it's checked and you click on OK there. Then come up here, click on your developer menu, go to Visual Basic, or you can just select Alt F11, click on the Visual Basic menu. There you select Insert, select User Form. Once the user form is ready, you define the size of your form. Like I'm going to define the size of my form, the width. I'm going to define that. Let's move it up so that you can see the width. Okay, it's going to be 1030, and the height, I'm going to go for 800 for the height. There we go. Once that is done, the next thing we want to do is make sure you click on your form to get your tools. Now grab a button. Okay, that is your button right here. Click on your button and draw. Okay, right, and I also want a label. I want 4 of those on top of my button. So I'm going to select, hold down to your control, click and drag. So have 1 there, 2 and 3. Then select all of these buttons. We need 13 in total. That is 2. Okay, the other thing that we need now is we need 3 more buttons, but then I'm going to use these here. 1 there. I'm going to need a label there, and I need a couple of labels here. 1, 2, 4. I need 8 in total. And let's move this down so that you can see it all. There we go, that's my label. Then I need a frame here. I think these labels, I should put them in a frame as well. Get rid of that, cut it off, enter a frame here, and paste. Then right in here, I'm going to need command button. I need 3 of those. 1, 2 and 3. There we go. So okay, the next thing I will do now, let's try and select it all and increase the font size to something readable. So I'm going to make the font size 18 and make it bold right there. Then here, let's change this. That is going to be, let's change the caption of that to first band, and we have second band as well. That would be the second band. have multiplier. We have tolerance. Tolerance. There we go. And here that's going to be black. Change the caption to black. And also we're going to change the back color of that to white. No, to black. Then the font color will be changed to white. Okay, we're going to repeat the same thing here. That will be brown. So if you don't have the color code, I will advise you to go online, look for the color chart and get that sorted. And this one I'm going to make the color white as well, because the brown is a little bit, might be a little bit too dark. Then change the color code to brown. Okay, and this is going to be red, so the caption will be red. So I'm going to now speed up the whole process, and I will get back to you guys as soon as it's completed. So you see, that's all we need to do, just change the color code. So let me speed it all up. Okay guys, this is how it all looks now. Let me show you different colors. So you will need the color code to get this sorted. And here, this is what I have: band 1, 2, multiplier, tolerance. I'm going to multiply, divide by 1000. That it will be the resistor value, minimum and maximum. Then I have the following 3 buttons. Okay, exit, reset and calculate. So I'm going to double click on the exit, and right here the first thing I like to do on the exit is I will declare a variable dim I exit as integer. Then I will enter the following instruction: I exit, and that is my variable. I exit equals MSG box, which stands for message box. I will then enter confirm if you want to exit. That will be the message. Close that, comma. Then I now want to add a VBA built-in function, VB question. So that will show a question mark plus VB yes or no option. Enter a comma. Then I will enter the name of my product, and that is supposed to be Resistor color code calculator, and close that. Press enter. I will then use an if statement. If I exit, which is my variable, equals VB yes, then I'm going to ask the system unload me and end if. There, that's it. Okay, that will be the code for exit. If I choose to run it, what will happen is when I click on this, the system is actually asking the user to confirm you don't want to exit or not. So if you say no, that's what happens. If you say yes, that's it, you exit out of the system. Okay, the next one, I'm going to come to reset. Double click on the reset. I'll be using exact the same lines of code. I'm going to copy that. So exactly the same lines of code used. Let's paste that there. Drag this up. Then the name of every single component that I have in here, all of these labels, I'm going to ask the system to clear it. Okay, that's all I'm just going to do. Double click on that. Now come right in here. I'm going to change this one to the variable, change that to reset, I reset, and this is going to be I reset as well, and followed by this 01. So asking the user to confirm if they want to reset or not, because it might be a mistake. Confirm if you want to reset. So right, so the choice is yours if you still want to use the question mark, or you can change it to maybe the information mark. The choice is yours. VB information. Okay, so once the VB information shows, it's left for you to select yes or no. You now select. If you select yes, then what that means is you will have to enter as follows. That is going to be LBL band 1 dot caption. You now have to set all of them how you want. Clear. Have another one, LBL band 2. Band 2 have, this is band 2. Here will be multiplier, LBL multiplier, and this will be tolerant. Then here I think I have that to be minimum range. Then we also have maximum range. Then I have LBL resistor value. I believe that's the full name. And finally I have LBL divided by 1000. So there we go. Right, so that is my reset. That's my reset taken care of. Should I call it reset function or reset codes? Okay, now what I want to do is when I select anything here, I would like it to be displayed here. If I select here, I want it displayed in here. So let's get the name. That is band 1, and for the black is 0. Okay, so that starts with 0. So double click on that. Band 1 dot caption equals 0. That's the very first one, and that is for the black one. So I'm going to copy this for the second one. Go back in there, double click on brown. Brown is 1. Okay, copy that and enter 1 in there. The next one, double click, the same thing, that is 2. Double click, orange is 3. Double click on that, that is yellow. Yellow is 4. Green is 5. So I will now speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, I have completed the very first one. So if we run it now, look at it, it's exactly the same line of code, but we still need to add 2 lines of code to that. If I run it now, click on that, you see that, that's 0, 1, 2, and so on. Okay, as for these are supposed to be the tolerance. But one other thing I want the system to do for me is in here I have 1 that is a label, 2, 3, 4. So each of them that I select, I would like them to change color, okay, to black. That is to black, and this is the color code for black. So if I copy that, let's say I double click on this very one, and I come in here, that is called LBL line 1 dot back color equals that. So that is the black color. So let's see if that is going to work. If I click on that, there we go. You see that? And supposing I reset it, if I reset it, that same color code, I would like it to come back. So let me copy that and just take care of the reset first. So let's come in here and say LBL line 1 dot back color equals that. And because we have 4 of those, so I'm going to copy that. It's 2, 3, 4. I'll change this one to line 2, line 3, and line 4. Okay, so that we can reset the 4 buttons, or the 4 objects. They're actually labels, they are not buttons. So those are meant to be that's supposed to be my resistor. Okay, the next one now is brown. Let's see the color code for brown. I'm going to copy that, double click, and that is going to be LBL line 1 as well dot back color equals brown. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. So come right in here, double click on red. So I actually need LBL line 1, LBL line 1 dot back color equals red. And we need the same thing for orange. So I need a color code for orange as well. Copy that, double click on orange. That's LBL line 1 dot back color equals that. So I believe you guys get the whole idea. I'm going to now speed that up and get back to you shortly. Okay, all completed for 0 to 9. This very one there, that's black to white. So if we run it now, this is it: black, brown, red, orange, yellow, okay, and so on. As for 1, 2, and 3, those are supposed to be the tolerance. So, and those are meant to show on line number 4. So let's take care of those. This is the tolerance. In the case of tolerance, I want it to also display here. So when I click on the tolerance, I want it to be gold. So double click on that, and there. Dot. We want the caption on that. We want the caption on that to be okay. 0.05 equals 0.05. Change this to 0. And LBL line 4 dot back color equals gold. That's the color there. That's the color gold there. There we go. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the silver. That's the silver here. Double click on silver, paste that in there. Silver is 0.1, and that is the color for silver. change that to silver, and the next one is white. That's supposed to be none. Double click on that. As for the white, is 20%, that's 0.2, and that is the color white. There. Okay, since we've taken care of this tolerance, I'm going to use this as tolerance as well, so we can use either these buttons or these buttons. So let's just copy all of that. The very first tolerance, come in here, double click on this and paste as well. Let's go to silver, double click on silver, paste and change the value to 0.1, and the color for silver is right there. Just copy and change it around. Just copy that and use it for the last one. The last one is supposed to be none, no value at all, but the tolerance is 20%, so change this to 0.2 and copy the color white, paste it right there. Okay, now we're going to repeat exactly the same thing that we've done for this very column, for the second band, this very column here. But let me run it first so you guys see what I'm talking about. Now if you select any of those, you see the color and you see the band as it's selected, and if we select gold, there, that is it. Or if you decide to select gray or white. Okay, so I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing for this. It's exactly the same lines of code for the next column. Right, for this very column here, double click on black, and we want this to change, that is line 2, and this we want the value 0 here as well. So let's double click on 0 to start. Double click, and right there, here, that is going to be LBL band 2 dot caption equals 0, and LBL line 2 dot back color equals black, as the color black there. Copy, paste that right there. Okay, the next one now. So we'll repeat exactly the same thing for this. Double click. Okay, I'm going to paste what I've just copied and change the color around. But as for the gray, the brown becomes 1. Okay, come right in here. Let's copy this. Come right here. Double click on 2, and that becomes 2. Change the color as well. Okay, I guess you guys get the whole idea, so I'm going to speed that up. Double click on 3 and repeat exactly the same thing for 3. Paste that in there. That is 3. That is band 2 here, and the color is orange. So let's speed that up. Okay guys, I've finished up with the lines of code for the second column. Okay, so let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. So we select black, you see that guys. Okay, alright, the next lines of code, there we go, you see that. And let's say we select tolerance. We can also reset them. Reset it, you see that. I'm going to exit now, or let's reset everything first. There we go, yes, and exit. That is fine, both reset and exit works. So the next thing we're going to do now is to double click on this and assign whatever we have on the button to the multiplier, and get the name of the multiplier. It's called LBL multiplier, and we also need LBL line 3. So let's copy that, double click on this, LBL multiplier dot caption equals 1. LBL line 3 dot back color dot back color equals black. Right there. So copy that, paste it there. So if we have a look at the next one here is 10. Double click on that, paste that, change that to 10, and the color of the back color will become this very one here, that's brown. Copy, paste. Let's copy this, go to the next one, double click, that is 10, paste that in there, change the color, that is 100, actually not 10, change the color there. So I'm now going to speed that up and get back to you guys shortly. The next one here, that is the color of that, and let's speed that up. Okay, we're finished with the coding. So if I run it now, this is what you guys will see. Supposing I select red, yellow here, and multiplier, then tolerance. All I need to do is click on this and I should be able to get the results. Okay, let's give that a try. Exit, and let's come inside this very button, calculate, right there. Okay, double click on the calculate. Right in here I'm going to declare the following variable q. I'll just say q, let's say q8 as double. Okay, for q1, let's array q, no, okay, let's say q0 equals, what would be the value in there? That would be LBL van1 dot caption, then q1 equals LBL van2 dot caption, q2 equals LBL LBL multiplier dot caption. Okay, and let's say q3, that is equals to LBL tolerant dot caption. So we've been able to store all of these value now. So stored, and this one is stored, and this one. Okay, so what we need to do is to concatenate these two and then multiply by this and multiply whatever we get by this as well, and we store it right in here and here. Okay, let's come back in here. So let's double click on that. I will now create another one. I'll call it q4 equals, I want both value q0 and q1. So the value of q1 and q0 is stored in here. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, those are the value that has been concatenated. So that is meant to be right inside here, I believe. Okay, so I can come in here. Let me just show you an example of what I'm talking about. So paste that in there. Dot caption equals Q4. So if I run it and play around with just these two first, 1 and 2, let's see what's going to happen. Select whatever, and if I select any of this, nothing will happen. There we go. You see, I only have 35 stored in there. Okay, close that. Now back in the code, double click on that. So this officially is meant to be multiplied by Q3. So let's say multiply that by Q3. Q3. Instead of having Q3 there, I can just call that Q5. And then assign all of those values into Q5 here. There we go. Right, so inside Q5, let's put a bracket, and we can also multiply that as well by the that is the tolerance. We can now divide this. Divide it by 1000. If it's divided, no. Let's come in here. All of these, we want it inside another function. Divide that by 1000. So that I will use that to work out the minimum range and the maximum range. Right. Okay, and I want this inside here. Divide by 1000. Once it's divided by 1000, the caption equals Q6. There. Okay. Now, and I want to subtract this. That will be Q7 equals Q5. Subtract Q6. Right. And that will go inside LBL minimum dot caption. No, minimum range dot caption equals Q7. Okay, I think we're going to need one more. Yeah, let's make that 9. Okay, come right down here. So this is going to now be Q8. Paste Q8. In this case, that becomes plus, and this one becomes maximum. Come right down and change this to 8. Why the other one become maximum? Max. Okay. I wouldn't understand what is meant to be weird, because this one, these two, 1, 2 is here. So this should be Q4. Q4 should be right inside here. Oh, that should be Q4. And when we then multiply Q4 by this and then divide it by this, we should get that inside. I think that's Q5. Let me run it first and see, but I think this 2 might be wrong. But this is Q4, not 5, Q4. Yeah, that's Q4. Then this is Q5. No, Q4, I mean. Q5 is nowhere. Okay, let's run it and see. Alright, 4,000, 5% there. Okay, and this one, this should actually be 1.2, so that is incorrect. So we need to get the value in here, right? So we add this multiply by Q3, and let's check it out again. No, it's not Q3, it's multiplied by this. So let's come back in here, double click. Alright, it's not Q3, it's supposed to be multiplied by Q2. This should be Q2, right? And this one as well is Q2. No, we meant to multiply all. Multiply by Q2, and then we need to multiply this by Q2 as well. Okay, so multiply by Q3, paste that in there. That's Q3. If Q3 is multiplied that by that, all we then need to use is Q5. Copy and undo that. Copy this Q5 and just get rid of everything in Q's in here in Q6. There we go. Yeah, that might do it. Okay, so this. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so let's go back to those lines of codes so you guys have a good look at it. Right, Q1, band 1 and band 2 concatenated and stored inside Q4. Q4 is then displayed inside resistor value. Okay, then multiply whatever is concatenated inside Q4, and that is the multiplier. Then multiply by the tolerance Q3. The tolerance, whatever value we get, we divide that by 1000 and then use that to find. Once we divide it by 1000, is stored inside Q6. Whatever inside Q6 is then used to find a minimum range. We deduct that from Q4, and to find the maximum range we add that to Q4, and that's how we arrive at our answer. So let's say the first band is red and second band happens to be green, and let's keep our multipliers orange and the tolerance. Click on that. There we go. So guys, with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. Y'all have a nice day now. Bye for now.